Welcome to Math with Mr. Stocks. Today we're going to learn about multiplying integers with Algeblocks. First, you need to get a few items. You need to get a bag with the green Algeblocks in them, a factor track, which is this clear plastic X, and the quadrant mat. You may pause the video now to go get these items. Now that you have these items, let's set them up. Place your quadrant mat down, and then place the factor track on top, and you need to make sure that you place it so that you can put the green blocks inside of these parts of the factor track. Now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 3 times 4. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to set up the blocks. Now the factor track, notice this is a positive 3 and a positive 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the right amount of blocks in the positive factor track. So here we have set 3 green blocks here in a positive track representing 3. Now we added another 4 blocks here in this positive track. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the idea of area, of multiplying the perimeter basically to find the area. So 3 times 4, what we're going to do is we're going to fill in here, this area here, with the number of blocks needed. And we should know that that's 12. So that makes a rectangle that is 3 by 4. Now what we can do is we can take away the factor track, and that leaves us with our 12. Notice that it is in a positive quadrant. So we know that 3 times 4 is going to equal positive 12. Here's an example how to multiply by 1. So we're going to, again, both 1 times 5, so both positive. So we're going to put 1 in one of the positives and 5 in the other positive. And this could be flipped around. Now we fill in the center. Well, there's not too much to go in here, just 5 of them. And we can take away the factor track, and that's still going to be, you count the number, and that is 5. And we all know 1 times 5 is 5. Again, it's still in the positive quadrant, so we know that that is a positive answer. Now let's look at multiplying a positive and a negative number. So we're going to put the positive 3 in a positive track, and we're going to put the negative 4. Notice how this track has a negative sign here, so we can place the 4 down here. So I've got positive 3 times negative 4. Next, we're going to fill it inside, so we put in 3 rows of 4, and then we pull the factor track away, and that's going to leave us with 12. But now notice our 12 is down here in this darker area, and this negative sign shows us that this is a negative quadrant. So that tells us when we take positive 3 times negative 4, our answer is negative 12. We could also place the positive 3 up in this positive track and the negative 4 in this negative track, and we still get the same answer in the negative quadrant of negative 12. It really doesn't matter if you use the positive and negative here or the positive and negative here. You'll get the same answer. Now, let's multiply negative 3 times negative 4. So I've placed negative 3 in this negative track. I've placed 4 in this negative track to show negative 3 times negative 4. Then we will fill in. So we place all these in there, and you'll notice that that is 12. And that 12 is going to be in a positive track. So we know that negative 3, this tells us negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. So from what we've learned, when we took 3 times 4, a positive times a positive, that gave us an answer here of a positive 12. When we took negative 3 times positive 4, So we could put our answer here and here, or here and here. That answer will fall into a negative quadrant. So negative 3 times 4 equals negative 12. If we flip it around, where we put the positive 3 up here and the negative 4 on the side, it's still going to give us 12 in the negative quadrant. And the final, if I do negative 3 times negative 4, then my answer will be in the positive quadrant and give us a positive 12. This pattern that you see here will work for multiplying every positive and negative number combination. Here are some problems that you should try on your own. Enter the answers into the Edpuzzle, and then when you hit continue, we will see the answers. Okay, here's the answers. So positive 5 times negative 2. So if you had the quadrant, and you had this being positive and positive and negative, so if we have one in a positive 5 and a negative 2, our answer will be over here in a negative quadrant, giving us negative 10. Here we have negative 3. Could put it here, positive 4 right there. Our answer would remain here, which is also a negative quadrant, so that gives us negative 12. If we do a negative 4 times negative 5, this is a positive quadrant, so our answer will be positive 20. And again, negative 3 times negative 1 will give us positive 3. I hope this helps you understand how to multiply negative numbers, and I hope you find it a little bit simpler than adding and subtracting integers. If you have any more questions, please talk to me. That's my job.